there's a real problem with Black and Caribbean countries. Black leadership, I don't know how else to say it. It is a disgrace.
You know, people ask me many times, why are third world leaders corrupt? I mean, every country in Africa has leadership problems. Every country in the Caribbean has leadership problems. You know why? It's simple. I figured it out. It's very simple. Why are there so many lack of great leaders in your country among Black African people? Or even Mexicans, the Asian people? Why is there such lack of leadership in these formerly oppressed countries? Here's why. Because the oppressor did not do what Jesus said. He made sure you never knew what he knew. Now, these are very interesting people, you know. They're interesting. Here's what they do. They say, okay, we ain't going to teach you nothing that we know. So all we're going to teach you is how to grow cane and cotton. Pick cotton, that's all you have to do. Go get water. That's it. You don't need to know anything else, they say. And so for 294 years, you become an expert cotton picker, an excellent cane cutter. But the problem is, he doesn't teach you how to make the cane into sugar. He doesn't teach you how to turn the cotton into cloth. He keeps that to himself. After a while, you become unruly because you multiply. And so you tell him, there's more of us than you. We're going to kill you if you don't let us go. So he does something very simple. Every single situation is the same. He said, okay, I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight you. Tell you what, you could have the cotton field and you could have the cane because I don't want to fight you. I'm gone. And he leaves. So here you are. You call yourself free now because you got a cotton field and a cane. The problem is he trained you to wear clothes and to drink tea with sugar. You didn't hear what I just said. That's too deep. He conditioned you to wear his clothes and to drink tea with sugar. And he leaves you with a sugar cane field and a lot of cotton. Sharp guy. They're smart. After a few years, you begin to realize, I can't wear cotton and I can't put cane in tea.
Every fiber in my being wants to disagree with what Myles is saying here. Every fiber in my being wants to say, why can't we teach ourselves? Why is it that we need these people to teach us? But in reality, at the time that white people and Black people met up, came together, they were just far more technologically advanced than we were. And I have a theory to why that's the case. I believe that because Africa is so resource rich, we had no need to colonize other countries. We had no need to travel overseas and find different things. A lot of the reason why Europeans were doing this is because they were lacking resources. They were starving. And through that hardship, it led to innovation, creating new weapons to kill their opponents, creating new strategy. And these are things that in Africa we didn't really have to experience. All of our battles were intertribal battles. Why the hell would we go to Europe when we have more than Europe? Times 10, times 20. But this lack of struggle essentially became our weakness. And it turned into a lack of innovation. And you fast forward today and we're still feeling that lack of innovation. I'm looking around the world now and I feel so, it feels, when Ibrahima Traore came about, there was a level of hope, man. I felt like I was from Burkina Faso. Genuinely, I never felt that much pride in a country outside of Grenada in my life. But you fast forward, what has it been, a year, 2 years? And reality is saying, these leaders have no idea what they're doing.
Jamaica, I just wake up. St. Mary, I think I know the first one I'll get there. The deportees, or some of the deportees. I open to know. America say, these people are the most despicable human being them ever come across. Them want them across the border so them can't come across the border to get back to America. That them say, you know. Government officials, you know, in America say, you know. So if them are refer them as that, what Jamaica want them people here for? First of all, there are pedophiles in the groups, killers and etc. Now what I want to know is why them not lock them people here away instead of shipping them And they're not a national of Jamaica. Why not just ship them people away? I know a places on the seas wanna lock people away for millions of years. Yes, on the sea, may I tell you. Tell me, Jamaica want to accept pedophiles, you see me I say, and killers, while I try to get rid of pedophiles and killers. Make that make sense to me. If this is not agenda, something is wrong, because that no make no sense to me. You know I try to get rid of pedophile, you know I try to get rid of killers, but you know accept them, and they're not a national. That's crazy. Hold on them. These individuals are not going to be detained. They are going to freely roam. I'm not a political person, but it really baffles me if you see people still, after even this, them are going to vote, dog. I mean, I want to hear about the next party, because the next party would have do the same thing, a one blood clot umbrella them under. That me I tell you now. Who know have the power? We have the power. Stand for something or fall for fucking nothing. Facts.
Let me make sure that you guys understand what this man is saying. Jamaica is about to accept pedophiles and rapists, murderers, killers, maybe even drug dealers from America. America wants somewhere to ship their worst people, and they've decided that Jamaica's just the place to do it. They aren't shipping them to a Jamaican prison. No. They are going to be allowed to roam freely. Let me get this fucking straight, dog. There are Americans who go to Jamaica on vacation. These criminals are going to get to go to Jamaica and live there? Are they going to be funded by the government as well? Man, you might as well catch a case in America if that's the case. Might as well go ahead and catch a body, man, because guess what? You get a free fucking trip to Jamaica to live amongst the people. Imagine that. Oh, you like touching kids? Well, we're just going to send you to Jamaica. You can roam around and touch their kids. It's got nothing to do with us. He mentioned an agenda. It's not an agenda. It's a lack of innovation. I can't even say. These idiots don't know how to make money. They can't think of any other ways to make money. They're selling their land. In Jamaica, they're selling the beaches. Imagine that. You grew up your entire life. You're a fisherman. You grew up your entire life. You're fishing. One day you go on a beach. It's owned by Julia. It's owned by Julie. By Margaret. Margaret said, nah, brother, you can't come on this beach. She didn't say it in that language because she's American.
No understanding, and there are no discussions to accept convicts from the United States. In fact, anyone coming from the United States is reviewed by the NIB before I indicate that they can land in the country.
We are actively searching for other countries to take people from third countries. So we are actively, not just El Salvador, we are working with other countries to say, we want to send you some of the most despicable human beings to your countries. Will you do that as a favor to us? And the further away from America, the better, so they can't come back across the border. I'm not apologetic about it. We are doing that. The president was elected to keep America safe and to get rid of a bunch of perverts and pedophiles and child rapists out of our country.
We can send back the Haitians when them got to man running for our shores and seek a better life. We can send back the Haitian, but we're going to strike a deal with Donald Trump to get people from all over the world to get dumped at Jamaica. Marco Rubio said it himself. They are looking to get rid of the worst set of people, illegal immigrants, the worst set of illegal immigrants, the pedophiles, the murderers, the thieves, everybody who do wrong things, and send them out of the US. And they don't care which part them go.
I don't know if the fact that they're illegal immigrants makes it better or worse. I genuinely don't know. But it doesn't end here, okay? Because if you guys didn't know, Nigeria, one of the biggest disgraces in Africa, is experiencing some serious flooding right now. And you know why you never see things like this in the West? Because we have proper drainage. Why are countries that are richer than England, richer than France, richer than Spain, richer than Portugal, richer than Germany, why don't they have proper drainage systems?
Lagos is finished. These are horrifying, apocalyptic scenes that's been going on over the weekend because there was some rain, and of course, typical foolish backward country, we have no proper drainage systems, and you can see cars being submerged. Bear in mind, Lagos was already going through a refuse waste crisis in which people were just piling waste everywhere they could find, on the streets, in the drainage, in the gutters, wherever. In fact, when Speed went to Nigeria, you guys might remember, there was videos of him just being like, damn, basically didn't want to say it, but everywhere stunk so badly. That's because waste management has been an afterthought for the Lagos state government, and everywhere was stinking. Now you have these apocalyptic floods, and this of course is going to wash all this drainage and all this filth into people's homes, into their cars. You can see the color of the water looks completely disgusting, and we don't know how long this is going to hold for. This is the kind of place, like, this is, you know, when people talk about Dirty December, this is the kind of things that I can't wrap my head around. And I'm like, why would you want to go to have fun? Again, I put have fun in quotes, in such a place where this kind of thing can happen. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm Nigerian. There's no way. There's no way, like, the thought of going there to enjoy myself, it makes me, I'm revulsed, because I'm sure there's someone, in fact, funny enough, I was thinking a few days ago about maybe just going to Nigeria just for a week or two, because my brother lives there, and one of my friends is actually out there right now. He's in Abuja, to be fair, so maybe a bit different, but then I was like, you know what? Nigeria is one of those places now where, as a person that doesn't live there, if you went there and something bad happened to you, you'd be like, you know what? No one actually sent me. I knew this kind of shit could happen, and I could have just stayed in where I was, stayed where I was, ate my food, and mind my business. If I had made the try to go to Nigeria now and go to Lagos, just let me just go there, enjoy myself, and I ended up in this, would I not just feel extremely foolish and stupid? That why would I leave a civilized country to come experience this nonsense and filth? Pray for Nigeria, man. Like, it's getting late early for that country.
I will never be gaslighted when I say that Africa is, as a whole continent, is a shithole. I would never be gaslighted by people who say, oh no, you can't say that about a whole continent. Oh no, there's nice places. Oh wow. Like I always say, oh wow, there's some nice places. Really? Really? If the richest continent in the world, they have a few nice places? Wow. Wow. I would have never guessed that the richest continent on the planet by a million miles has some nice places. Look at the standard of living. You see, I realized why it is people get offended by the way I speak about Africa and the Caribbean. When people say the things I say, it comes from a place of hate. It comes from a place of racism, 9 times out of 10. This is anger. This is, I want better. This is accountability. This should never, ever happen in any country in Africa. This should never be a thing, let alone Nigeria. These leaders hate their own people. They don't view their own people as human beings, which is why they allow this shit to happen. And the people are partly to blame, because there is something you can do about it. There is something you can do about it. But you have to build up the courage to do that thing. And until then, this is going to keep happening, because again, these leaders are very, very, very content watching their generations, their families get richer, and watching their people suffer. It's nasty, man. Honestly, it hurts.
This liquor got me in my zone. Now I'm blowing up your phone. Blowing weed, smoking the ozone. I just can't let this go. This liquor got me